Hello, everyone. What is up? It's the Cap Room coming to you right after maybe one of the biggest playoff choke jobs I have ever seen. The Bucks were up seven with less than 60 seconds left, and they lost. I'm Ben
Them boys
Zapp,
wanted to
your
go
host.
home.
Niles, Corey, how you guys doing?
Good. Hey, I'm still at work too. I want to go home. I get it, Bucks.
Yeah. When they told you can get off at this time, you like, oh, I gotta stay a little long. Then nigga Giannis said, nah, bro, send me to Miami early.
Exactly. Bro, did y'all see him after the game?
He, yeah, he got out some frustration.
Him and so like he was dapping people up. He hugged Miles Turner, and then Matherin goes in for a dap, and he grabs the back of Matherin's head and starts whispering something in his ear. And then Matherin like pushes him off, and then they just start like shoving each other and grabbing each other, and then it turned into like a whole thing. Of course, Kevin Porter Jr. He's no stranger to violence. He came in there pushing and
Yeah,
swinging on
he's not going to de-escalate the situation.
exactly, And then on the way out, he like got in. Giannis got into it with Halliburton, daddy.
Hey, yeah, nah, I'm kind of with him on the Halliburton train. Halliburton like the nigga at work that's too nice. Like you ain't got no reason to be mad at him, but you like, hey man,
Fuck this
fuck you,
nigga.
dog. Like you gotta tell him on the way out, like, and fuck your daddy too.
Bro,
Nice ass niggas, you gotta get him.
Giannis was like forehead to forehead with Halliburton's dad. Just talk. They was both like talking shit, and then some people from the Bucks pulled Giannis away, and then that's when he left.
I think this is like Giannis having to face his reality. I don't think he thought he would ever be here
Three
4 years
first
after winning
round,
the chip. Yeah,
three first round exits in a row.
yeah. And I think he knows everything is about to change this summer, whether he likes it or not. It's inevitable. I mean,
You think
sometimes
he
that
asked? You
shit
think he
hit you.
asked
That
for a trade?
reality hits you like that sometimes.
It's a hell of a way to end your last game as a Buck.
Yeah. You think he just asked for a trade? Like, just get me the fuck out of here.
I really do feel like it's going to be like a mutual thing.
Yeah, I was just about to say, I think they're gonna be like, no, both sides have come to an
In agreement.
agreement.
Damn.
Yeah, they have won one playoff series since they won the championship. Only one. And yes, they won the championship, so nothing else matters, I guess, but you
You know, it
definitely
definitely
wish
matters.
you
I mean, we
squeezed a little
fired a
more.
championship coach 2 years ago.
Hmm.
It has to matter. And then we were sitting there talking about the Bucks last week and how bad of a job John Horst has been doing, just trying to put a championship team around the Bucks. We left that episode and they just extended them. Like you want to keep fucking this team up? Come on, Ian. It
Bro,
this is terrible.
like it's to me, I really do think they have like an Adrian Griffin curse, bro. That was just un that was not necessary. And then you trade a Bucks legend that essentially won y'all a championship and got y'all there. You trade him for Kuzma?
Kyle Kuz.
Yeah,
That
that
was
Kyle
I
Kuzma
thought that was
trade's going to go
disrespectful.
down. It's a bad one.
I thought that was disrespectful. I feel like they could have wrote it out with Middleton. I can guarantee you this: Middleton old ass wasn't gonna give you a goose egg.
No, Middleton, yeah, would have been a lot better than
Kuzma.
Kyle Kuzma this series. Kyle Kuzma was not playing in overtime, was not
Only,
closing out the fourth. Like
only thing,
this is a bad trade.
only thing that nigga brought to Milwaukee was big ass sweaters.
And I think Winnie Harlow a couple times she came.
Poor Winnie, you gotta go down to Milwaukee. I be
Mhm.
hate like I be bad for these like girls that date these players and they gotta but then they get traded and they gotta go to these awful cities. Like I was so happy for what's her name when Kat got traded to New York.
Oh yeah, for Jordan. Yeah. She's enjoying it good. Big bodega,
Right.
different player. Hey. This game needs to end okay before I start talking. But game 3 and game 4, cat, different nigga.
Yeah, he playing. Big
I
shot stretch.
Yeah, the Bucks could have closed that game. They choked hard. Some of the baskets the Pacers were getting at the end of the fourth and in overtime were so uncontested layups. No one in the paint at all. Defensive breakdowns. This team looks so unorganized. And if you even the last play after Halliburton goes up and there's like 1 second left. There's four Bucks just like running with their heads cut off. No one has any idea like what's going on. There's no direction. Like
Boys wanted to go home.
this team was doomed from the start.
Pistons got a chance. They up by one with 8 to go.
I mean, this just happened in game four. Let's not talk about that. I want to say, again, some of this is back on Doc Rivers. I mean, obviously he's going to be without a job, I think, in the next few days.
You
But
think?
wait until, the Dame energy, like, let's go Kevin Porter, AJ Green, Bobby Porter. It's like, it always takes this nigga back up against the wall. Every time he down 3-1, now he'd be like, I should probably change some shit. I should probably, I should probably maneuver this around a little bit. I mean, we felt bad for Giannis. We said this, but can we talk about this Pacers team a little bit? Like they are
They're fun.
wow.
They're fast. They play defense.
Play defense.
You know.
They are very athletic. I think. I mean, we talked about it last year, just how they get up and down. I mean, but they are just super athletic. I mean, when guys like Obi Toppin coming in off the bench, and you're like, what the fuck is that? It's like, oh shit, yeah.
You are you worried at all for your Cavs or no?
Am I worried? I think the most likely outcome is Cavs in six. That being said, I think it's possible for Cavs in seven or like Pacers in seven.
Wow, you think Siakam go give Evan Mobley? Can I know I'm jumping around a little bit, but man, can I tell you, Game Four, just all we kept screaming in our group chat, my other group chat was, I think Evan Mobley is just completely better than Bam Adebayo now. I think it's like
I think so too,
clear.
bro.
It's clear, and you telling me y'all going to seven, that makes me think of Evan Mobley less because I know Siakam not about to work his ass like that.
I'm just a cautious Cavs fan right now. I was even like in the first round series, I was like, oh, the Heat did upset a one seed a couple years ago. So I'm just like a cautious Cavs fan right now. I do think the Pacers played us very well in the regular season. They have a bunch of big, strong wings. Andrew Nemhart is a tenacious, physical defender that I think will give our guards problems. And but we are better. And I think, I mean, this Bucks team I don't think is like really that good. And that could maybe come to show in the second round when the Cavs maybe pounce on the Pacers because I think the Cavs would have just blown out the Bucks a couple times if they played the Bucks, and the Pacers never really blew out the Bucks. But I'm a little nervous. I definitely would have loved to play the Bucks. It was awesome that the Bucks were winning. It would be awesome if they could have played a game six or a game seven, but that's not going to happen.
Oh, you
Um,
wanted some more rest
yeah, I
after
wanted the Pacers, and the Pacers are also a deep team, just like us. They'll play nine, they'll play 10. Um, yeah, I'm not. And Niles asked me before the pod if I'm nervous about Halliburton. I'm just nervous about the team more than I am Halliburton. Um, I think I do want to talk about kind of like his perception in the league because him being the unanimous like most
overrated
overrated
player.
player in the
You
league.
tell him they put a battery in his back.
Yeah, so there's like a disconnect between the players and the
Guys don't like
fans
him.
of what they think about Tyrese Halliburton.
Yeah, guys don't like him.
Is he like the American Rudy Gobert?
No, no.
Just guys j will just not like this dude for some reason.
I wouldn't go that far with it, but I do think that like he it's like Corey was talking about. He's like this dude. It's just like he just has one of those faces. And it's like nigga, fuck you.
It's too nice, man. He's fucking proper. He's funny. So, man, all right, man,
Yeah,
shut up, dude.
fuck this nigga. I love him though.
He
I
doesn't really have a bag.
I'm not. He don't have a bag.
He
What?
shoots weird. I mean, look at some of the layups that he had at the end of the game. They were like almost uncontested and like he just like kind of just blew by people without any like crossovers,
Sound like a
step
bag?
backs, in and outs.
You know, look, y'all know my track record. I'm not the biggest fan of white mom biracials. I'm usually pretty hard on those guys. Drake,
You're pretty hard on those guys.
but I think Tyrese Halliburton is one of them ones. He one of the top biracials in the game right now.
Okay.
I
Okay.
got I got a
What do we
hand.
think about his girlfriend?
I don't think I've seen her. Is she like blonde? I think.
Yeah, she's
I think I might have seen her on the jumbotron. Yeah,
No comment on the girlfriend. I've been told not to comment on the type of things.
yeah. I haven't seen her, so I don't know. But yeah, good for him.
yeah, so I'm excited. Cavs should win. It should be Boston. Boston Cavs, no doubt about it.
Yeah, the Magic have almost mucked it up a few times to like enough to win. Because I tweeted that the other day. I was like, the way the refs have been calling these games, I felt like the Magic they could have hacked their way to a 2-2, and I thought it was about to happen. And then the Celtics are the Celtics in the last couple of minutes.
Are we gonna have to live stream this end of the Pistons Knicks game?
Yeah, it's
Live
exciting.
react?
It's exciting. My eyes are.
I'm watching it on my phone. Oh,
Yeah, same. I got it right up over here in the corner.
yeah. No, this. I want the Pistons to get another game, man.
Yeah, I think they've been robbed a couple times at home. Game 3 and 4,
Can we
especially game
talk about
4.
the foul?
Yeah, game 4 was brutal for them because they are fighting, man. These guys are fighting. Hey,
Dude,
it's almost a smack in the face. I want to keep bringing back up when you say it's just Cade. Like every game, it feels like it's just one of the shooters is balling out. Tobias is having a good game. Oh, here's Jalen Duren playing hard, and
mhm.
Cade is a fucking monster.
Cade is a beast, bro.
Cade is a fucking monster.
But yeah, that he clearly just like belly bumped Tim Hardaway Jr. and they didn't call anything. And I had a couple of Knicks fans telling me were like, well, if he hadn't blew, if Bickerstaff hadn't blew his challenge in the first quarter, he could have challenged it. And it's just like, nigga, this whole challenge shit is a new part of the game, first off. And then two, that's for the challenge is for plays that are like close calls. That was a blatant foul that should have been called on the floor. It didn't need that, shouldn't have been up for review. So like even if he did have his challenge, he shouldn't have had to use it. Like that was straight up like he fouled a shooter, and they just didn't call it. And I get why they was on the court yelling and didn't want to like go back to the locker room. Especially you out there fighting for your life. The other team is clearly better than us. Come on, bro.
Especially at home, not getting that call.
They was in Little Caesars.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they were in the hot and ready.
They was
Like,
in the hide and ready. That's what we need to call that spot, the hide
yeah.
and ready. That was in, and so I was
I
just like,
like
they don't get that call at home. Damn.
I firmly believe that Jalen Brunson gets that call. If that if
Jalen
it's the
Brunson gets every
reverse,
call.
Absolutely.
the
If you,
ref is right there.
bro.
He gets that call, no doubt.
Mm-hmm.
I want to talk about, although they got cheated game 4, games 3 and 4, Carl Anthony Towns.
Shot making.
Hey man, balling. They said, yo, let's switch it up. Let's put some bias on them now. What Shaq say? Barbecue chicken. It don't matter who the fuck you got on me. Cat was amazing shot making down the stretch, especially in that game 4. But I mean, game 3 as well. Just 1-on-1 wouldn't be denied. Turnaround jumpers. I mean, Cat is. Ooh. I mean, I want to see him go against Boston and give him a challenge just so the Cat trade makes sense. Like Cat, oh my goodness, Cat is
Yeah.
amazing.
No,
I think those years in I think it's just been a little bit of PR magic on Cat for New York because he was struggling. You know what I mean? Through the Jimmy thing, we talking about, oh man, trying to come back from now I'm the number 2 guy behind and empowering me, having a good first 2 rounds, burning out in that Western Conference Finals to where we are now. Seeing Cat, I was just really impressed by him on those 2 road games versus Detroit.
he looked unstoppable in game 4. Like
Mm-hmm.
they were doing everything possible short of just putting 2 people on him. I mean, he if he can get any shot he wants, so if he makes them in the fourth quarter, it's automatic.
Yeah, he's got just a different energy about him. He's playing with a different confidence, and I think you got to give like Brunson credit, Josh Hart credit, this culture that they play with,
Yeah.
that and the way they've just allowed Cat to kind of just come into his own because Knicks fans, they're not the easiest to win over. And like I think there was like a conversation when he got traded. It's like, oh, does he have like the mental fortitude to like if he has a couple bad playoff games, will he collapse? Will he not? and he's really just like turned it around, and you definitely got to give it up for him.
Hmm.
I mean, next round will be a lot of a whole different monster for him, obviously,
Yeah.
especially just some of the spotlight and the scrutiny that's going to be on him if he's not outplaying Porzingis. And I just think it's here for Cat. I mean, I don't want to sit up here and act like Ant isn't breeding good culture because he got DiVincenzo like, man, my guy helping me do all the things. But I just think it's one of those things where it was such a stain in Minnesota already. I think that was just hard to overcome. But yeah, I mean, you're right, Ben. The culture has definitely got him like up. And again, like Niles mentioned earlier, when your girl walk around New York, when she can go get some Bottega, you know what I mean, at the drop of a dime, some of the best pasta in the world, she come home, jump on you, you more excited. Yeah, I'm finna ball out on
Yeah.
Jalen during the night and Tobias Harris. What you talking about?
Yeah. Ain't shit in Minneapolis. That's why Ant getting everybody pregnant.
Mm,
That's
mm.
you do. There's an energy about New York, the city that never sleeps. You feel bigger, more important.
Yeah. Fuck Minneapolis.
So do you guys think that the Pistons are better than we thought, or the Knicks are worse than we thought, or this
I don't
is
think they're
exactly
better.
how the
I don't think
series we thought was going to go?
I don't think the Pistons are better than what we thought. I just think they're meeting the moment better than we thought they would have. Like I think they're
Okay.
just playing really, really hard. Like
Yeah.
they're overperforming. Because when you look at them, like I've watched them play in the regular season a few times, not a lot because of the Pistons, but like you really realize how limited they are offensively. Like it's Cade dominating the ball, and they got two guys that can shoot threes, and everybody else is just hustling. Like that's
Yeah.
it's not a lot of firepower. So like what they're accomplishing, you know, and you know, like we talked about it last episode, just adopting Bickerstaff's attitude. They lock up. I mean, it's 90-90 with 4 minutes to go. You know, in the modern NBA, like you know, you're not going to get easy baskets on this team. And I think they definitely overperformed and made the most of out of what they got. But I don't think they're better than what we thought. Like they're just playing hard, and a lot of times, like things will go your way if you simply just play really hard basketball. You know, just effort. You know,
Yeah.
which my
I
team.
think we got to give Dennis Schroeder some shout outs too. He's
Yes,
been an important
he's great off the.
defender and ball handler, and he might be like the best player to never play like consecutive years on the same team. Like
Yeah,
he's just always bouncing around the league, but proving that he has a lot of value and like deserves a longer term contract, and he's just never gotten it. Well, he had the opportunity to get one and turned it down with the Lakers that
he,
one time. But yeah.
he played himself. That was. Ugh. I know he's still sick about that money.
I know because now he'd be like, nah, that never happened.
That nigga said playing in the NBA like slavery, and they shipped his ass to Utah.
Mhm. We'll show you something, sir.
Right, we'll show you slavery. Just check out Salt Lake. But I think if they win today, it's definitely interesting.
If the Pistons win the day, I mean
Yeah,
that's a huge win. Yeah. I will confish officially. I feel like I did this last pod, but I will officially concede my JB Bickerstaff gripe. Um, I've come full circle. He's done a very good job this playoffs. He's found the right team for him. He needed some dogs, and the Cavs are more like, I guess, cats. Not against cats. They're great pets as well. They just need a little different type of love.
yeah.
Um,
If I was like a Devin Booker, I would look at Detroit, man.
I mean, Michigan. I mean, a lot of Michigan ties
Grand
there.
Rapids, yeah,
A lot of
he's from
Michigan
Michigan,
ties.
right?
yeah. He played high school ball in Mississippi, but he grew up in Grand Rapids.
Uh, I
But
I always just think he would look really good in a Pistons uniform, just like
yeah,
aesthetic.
I mean,
I don't
that's the
know.
scorer they need, man.
they need
He
a two. They
picked
need
up
a
some.
two that can get a bucket.
Mhm.
They got they got the parts to do it for sure. Just ship off Ivy and Thompson and some contracts. You got yourself a
No,
Devin Booker.
I don't know, man. You
I
might be
think they
trying to keep Thompson.
I
You
think
would
they should
definitely try to keep Thompson, yeah,
keep
but
Thompson. I
I
would
think
say,
I'd do
but
it.
if I was them, I try to make that move and go get somebody who could help Cade close because playing defense on this team in the playoffs, you blitz Cade, and then it's like, what's he doing? It just dumping it off to some guy in the corner that can't really go get a bucket. You know what I'm saying? So that's been kind of their downfall in the last couple minutes of the fourth, like in the fourth quarter, just half court offense. They're not the best at, and
Yeah, well, you got half court offense. You playing Jalen Brunson, and your best defender for Jalen Brunson is a foul happy rookie. You know, man, I think we know where that's going.
Mhm. So yeah, I could see them go get go get like a Devin Booker type. Ooh, hey, but yeah, that would be my offseason moves for the Pistons to go get a two guard that can really go get a bucket. That way, you take some pressure off Cade ball
Mhm.
handling.
I think I think Booker and Cade would work very well together as a backcourt as well. Okay. We'll move on to I guess the Lakers Timberwolves games.
They pulled out Obama drone footage to get to call a foul on LeBron. Nigga, I've never seen that fucking camera angle in my entire life, bro. It was a different color.
That's funny.
It was a fucking different color, bro. Where did y'all even get that? In fact, legally, I don't even think you're supposed to be able to have a camera up there like that. So I'm just like, hey man, if
You
that's
know,
what
it's one of
y'all
those
got,
like
that's what y'all
Chinese
got to
facial
do.
recognition cameras.
Yeah, bro. If y'all
Yeah,
got to get the government involved, that's what y'all got to do. You can have it, Timberwolves. I don't even want to win that way.
that's funny. This cope is
Fuck yeah.
funny. Do you have any
Now,
hope? Are
real
we
shit,
coming back?
man. Unless they send some hoes to the Ants Hotel tonight, it's over. It's over on Wednesday, bro. It's just the problem because I'll say this. I do think the Wolves are a bunch of hacks. They fouling the shit out these niggas. But that is not why the Lakers are losing. You can't get outscored in the fourth quarter by 30 plus over 3 games, man. Like we
Yeah,
have no offensive production in the fourth quarter because Austin Reeves finally like woke up last game and played okay. We still haven't had a good Austin Reeves game. And it's just like I don't really like people trying to get on Luka's head. It's just like, what else can he really do? He's averaging like 32, 10, and 7 or some shit. And LeBron's played great. If you go, I looked at a report today. If you look at forced field goal percentage, LeBron's number one in the playoffs. LeBron has essentially been the best defensive player around the rim in the playoffs. That's crazy. And so it just shows how depleted we are in the front court because we don't have a center. Jackson Hayes can't even play. So it's just like we
That's
have
how
to
he can't play, and JJ won't play.
he when I say he can't play, he don't need to play. Oh my, he doesn't need to play over 25 minutes.
I mean, we talked about it last pod that he shouldn't even be starting, and for some reason, JJ just continues to give him this courtesy start. I don't know what
Yeah,
it's about.
he shouldn't
And
start, but like spell somebody out for 15. You know what I'm saying?
yeah, yeah, yeah. And I was about to say, and I think that's been the big topic here the last couple of days of JJ not taking those five guys out in the second half during game
That
four.
was a bad move, man. Because that's the other thing. These games have been winnable. The only game that wasn't winnable was game one when they just shot the fucking lights out, right?
yeah. Hmm.
Game two, I was there. I watched it. Luka and LeBron controlled that game. Jordan Goodwin got minutes. Gabe got minutes. Vando got minutes. Vando was like the spark plug in game two. And to go to Minnesota and just be like, hey, we're not playing these niggas is just kind of crazy to me because game four was the most winnable game. They were up 10 with like 30 seconds to go in the third. All right, you got 30 seconds left in the third quarter. Take LeBron and Luka out. Because then you got that 30 seconds, you got the TV timeout, and then one of them can go in to start the fourth quarter. You keep LeBron, then probably with like 8 or 9 minutes to go, you put LeBron in, take Luka out for a couple minutes, and then bring Luka in to close the game because it's just like when you got that 10, because I was talking to my dad, if you got a 10-point cushion, this is playoffs. You only got to win by 1 point. So if you got a 10-point cushion, use that to get your guys some rest. And it's just like if you can't trust a Gabe Vincent, if you can't trust a Jordan Goodwin, it's just like why are they even on the team? If they can't come spell guys out for 3-4 minutes, then it's just like then they don't need to be in the league. So that was a real weird move by JJ. Also, I'll give him grace. This is his first playoffs as a head coach.
Yes, I was just about to get at that of like this is a first year head coach. in the big playoff series, everybody had you winning. And so I
Game
know
six.
that pressure's kind of coming on. And then, you know, these two road games I talked about in the group chat, God damn, you got great LeBron performances. I know you're talking about the defense. I mean, LeBron out there spry as fuck, defending the rim, switching on guys. I mean, wreaking havoc. But you know, to not take advantage of those two games, man, this just looks very unfortunate. But I also have to say, knowing Luka, this isn't a winnable Luka team. You put Luka in there with no rim protection, no rim runner, no, no real, and two guys that need the ball, you know what I mean, to catch a rhythm just like he does. I mean, again, commending off ball Brian, but we saw it with Austin Reeves last night, taking a while to get started. I mean, those are the woes of, you know, playing with Luca. And, you know, I just think this is more so like you guys talked about. Hey, man, you guys lock in for next year. You got three $10 million contracts you can package up and trade out to try to get another piece. I know all the Nas Reed buzz is there. So,
Bam too.
um,
They talking about Bam. I wouldn't be
A
mad at that.
Bam trade?
Yeah, they talking about it. They
Yeah, of
talking about
course
it.
you're talking about. They're Laker fans.
Nah, I'm,
yeah, because Miami is talking about John Morant and Giannis both
Yeah.
same time this summer.
I don't know. I don't know if John need to be in Miami. That's John Morant needs to stay away from any city that's been in a GTA video game.
Mm.
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, I think
Pat
there's
Riley
there's
not him and Pat Riley. That's yeah, they're not going.
a lot of possibilities for the Lakers this offseason. If
Yeah, I mean, they definitely like this team hasn't been together a while, and I think it got everybody excited to the point where you fans for sure, but I wonder if the front office and JJ also just kind of overlooked a lot of roster problems. And the roster problems we do have, I do think are like depending on how you do your rotations is can fix that. But it's just like playing LeBron 40 plus minutes is just not the way. Like you got to get some other people involved, get some like if it's just like, hey, what if we bring Austin Reeves off the bench and he's the sixth man against the second unit, so he can get a feel. You know what I'm saying? Because like I just don't think Luka and LeBron need to be playing 40 plus minutes to win games in the playoffs. I don't think that is because they don't have. There's nothing in the fourth. There's no gas.
Yeah, and that's the knock on Luka is that he's always going to be gassed in the fourth.
And so it's just like, what's the way what is the way we win? How do we maximize Luka playing 36, 37 minutes? How do we get to that point? And as a coach, you got to figure that out. You can't have wishful thinking like, man, well, I wish we had this. Well, nigga, we don't. So what do we do with what we got? Jackson Hayes he's on the court. He's the biggest dude out there. He needs to play 10 minutes. He needs to be out there for 10 to 12 minutes. Something. Vando needs to be out there. He's a spark plug. No, he's not the best offensively, but he makes plays that gets the team opportunities. And we were missing that in game 4. But to be up 10 like that going into the fourth and to lose that way was just like, what are we doing here, man? I think they win just off LeBron and Luka greatness in LA game 6, but I mean game 5. But I think the Wolves get it back at home in 6.
Yep. It would have been nice to have it both ways, like trade for Luca and also have a successful playoffs without like the most like sensical roster.
Yeah.
Uh, but yeah, it definitely showed. Corey brought up not having like a true center for Luca to kind of because throwing lobs is like a huge part of what makes Luca's game like so dynamic. You can like there
Yeah,
were a lot of times he would just
it's that James Harden thing.
yeah.
Yeah.
There were a lot of
The
just
Ross
like open Dorian Finney-Smith threes that I was watching. I was like, there are too many of these right now. But I think we can look. I was looking at like the free agent
gotta
list.
although I will say this though, you got to give Minnesota respect and credit too. They've taken a leap because this is something I looked up that like clutch points and like fourth quarter points, they were not a good team in the fourth quarter in during the regular season. Like this is a team
Yeah,
that's kind of
yeah.
they're clicking at the right point and like they figured it out and what they need to do in the fourth quarter. And they like you're literally like you got a first year play in the playoffs head coach versus a team that is legit taking a leap and their best players taking a like we thought Ant took a leap in like the two playoffs ago. I think he's taken an even bigger one from there. You know, that 43 points, that was just straight buckets. You know what I'm saying? And they look really good in the fourth quarter. And that's you win in the playoffs. The last 3-4 minutes, you know.
Yeah, we were talking about Cat shot making in the fourth in that game four. Ant-Man, same thing in that game four. His shot making was amazing. And I do want to give credit, a lot of credit to the wrecking ball himself, Julius Randle. He's been playing his ass off.
He has. Yeah.
I mean, yes, but I also think he's being allowed to play a certain way he wouldn't get away with in the regular season night to night. Um, but the Lakers not having real rim protection doesn't help with that. But he has played good, but I will say he's getting to play a style of basketball where the refs aren't really giving him the whistle that like they would give most guys. Like a lot of guys aren't going to be able to do what Julius Randle is doing, and they're kind of just letting it slide. The elbows, the shoulders, all that type of shit. And good on him. He sees it's not really being called, so he's taking advantage of that. And that's all. That's what sports are. You got to take the advantages where you can get them. But I will say, he getting some. He definitely getting some home cooking.
Yeah. You guys want to do a full hour, or you just want to call it after this and watch the Clippers Denver game?
Yeah, we call it.
We got about 7 minutes left. Let's run by the Rockets Warriors game series.
That was a really good game,
I mean, look, the Rockets should have won both of those games, I think.
bro.
Like they were
They
blowing the
they
series.
gotta be sick.
But Corey's got a face, but game three, Steph, one of the best games he's ever played. That game three, that Stephen Curry game was insane to watch.
And then the Draymond game was game four, man.
The Draymond game. Yeah.
Şengün seeing that nigga in his nightmares, bro.
Draymond and the Robin game. Shout out to Jimmy.
Yeah.
Um, the vets, man. I don't like Golden State, but I was trying to tell y'all before the season started. Hey, man, them young boys, this is like the classic, we don't have a guy. The one game you win, Jalen Green balls out. I'm with you, Ben. These were very winnable games. Guess what? These motherfuckers were 15 or 23 from the fucking free throw yesterday, dog.
Mm,
We not winning those games, dog. No, no, no. Go get you a KD. Go get you a D book. Jalen Green ain't in. Pack it up, brother. This was the end. You and Dre and Michelle, y'all got to go. Y'all out of Houston, brother. Y'all out of Houston.
Yeah.
Steph Curry was fucking amazing in game three. And then we talking about this Golden State team. A great defensive performance from Houston on Steph in game four. Did not matter. Draymond kicking niggas, balling up jerseys, nigga. Dylan Brooks had to talk to Jimmy. Didn't he see what happened to Grant Williams, dog? You don't talk to playoff Jimmy like that. Now, this was amazing. Pods making big shot after big shot. What?
I've been very impressed with him. He's probably the fourth best player on the team.
Yes.
Jimmy, Draymond,
Yes.
Steph, and then Pods has been the fourth best player.
Pods has been great.
He's been a legit, like, effective playoff player. It's been, I would not expect
I'll
it.
walk something back. I said last week. I take everything I said back about Kaminga. I'm watching Kaminga closely after I made that statement. Like, yeah, Kaminga should be playing more.
Yeah.
Every time he's out there I'm like, I get it, Kirk. Get
You
his ass.
kind of see, like,
He don't want to be out there anymore, though. I think it's an attitude thing.
I agree with you there. I
don't think it's a skill thing because we know he can hoop. We've seen it.
I agree with you there. Yeah, I definitely think it's one of those, like, we just talk about Cat in Minnesota. We could talk about a guy that got traded from Golden State, Wiggins in Minnesota. It's one of those type of things, Fultz in Philly. You know what I mean? I just think sometimes you're in a place and they don't believe in you, yeah, you're like, man, fuck it. But yes, Pods has been dope. I mean, Kevon Looney, anytime he gets on the floor for this team, setting screens, rebound, it don't matter. This
Yep.
nigga, he really MVP. I love when that boy's out there. And you know, GP2s, whatever. But Buddy Hield these last two games. Oh my goodness, what a signing! Come on, Buddy Hield. Yeah, this
They're
is
playing like they're playing hard. Like they're playing like
Yeah.
they can win, you know? And they lucked up with this matchup and they're taking advantage of it. They know they're playing kids. Like the Rockets don't know what they're doing. Like they don't have a guy. Jalen Green got to go, man. The 8 points. Come on.
and I want to be scared of how big Minnesota is going to be compared to, Steph and Golden State. But, hey, man, when you got Steph Curry, bro, hey, it might be a little humbling because I like how Ant talk, and Draymond and Jimmy ain't going to let all that talking go unnoticed, man. We going to see some fights for sure in that series.
Hmm.
Yeah.
I thought Ime was getting too much shit for the play, the Şengün, just like ISO
Oh, I thought that
on
was the right
Draymond.
move.
I
Oh,
think
he
that like
was,
if
man, he made, at one point, Şengün was at the free throw line and he missed both free throws and they panned the Ime and his head just dropped and he was just kind of like, I ain't, this ain't it, y'all.
yeah, like
I'm doing my best.
a
Because
team that struggles to score so much, just an ISO for their best offensive player, I don't think is the worst move. Like
yeah, because if
Yeah,
I
and,
don't
Shen
think
and
it's a bad
Şengün
bet.
had just walked down, and it wasn't Draymond, obviously, but he had just walked straight down to the rim. You know what I mean? So I get the play call. I definitely get the play call.
if
But
he
what
makes
about that rebound from Jimmy? I mean, come on, man.
yeah,
Play off Jimmy, man.
rebound was crazy. But it's
Play
just
off
like
Jimmy, man.
Sengun makes that, then it's like, oh yeah, they gave it to the right guy, So like, and he very well could have made that shit. It was a very I thought he was gonna make it. But that's why like when Draymond was yelling like and pointing at him like this who y'all gonna give the ball to? It's like, nigga, come on, bro.
Hey, I mean, solid defense by Draymond. Didn't let
Was
him held his position. But yeah, the little exchange right after, like, try to trip. All right, you didn't rip him. You didn't block it. All
right.
right. But I love Draymond. That's what makes Draymond Draymond, man. Soon as they touch that little light skinned boy, I'm trying to explain to my girl. I say he don't let nobody touch them little light skinned boy. And what he do? Pop Tori Eason. He leg dropped Tori Eason like Miguel at that one concert to that lady.
like I feel like that's why Steph talks so much shit because he knows what Draymond gonna do. Steph real slick.
I know that's why Jordan Poole. I explained the whole dynamic to my girl, and now she get it. I'm like, that's his bodyguard. Think about John Wick, Steph the dog. He John
Yeah.
Wick. You know what I
Right.
mean? But the dog
Right.
don't die. That's the only difference. This dog don't die.
Exactly.
All right.
Mm-hmm.
That's been a Cap Room mini pod for you guys. It looks like the Pistons are gonna pull this one out, but who
On the
knows?
six,
Good,
baby.
good choke.
Detroit
Thanks for
In the
listening,
garden.
guys. Peace
in
out.
the
Maybe we'll be
garden.
back at the end of the week and do one of these small ones again.
Hey. Hey, please stop the cab. Let's go watch this Denver Clippers game, man. This is the best series of the fucking round.
Yep. All right. Peace.
Peace.